Hi everyone and welcome to this new channel. My name is Natoji and today this is our best accessory series featuring the future princess. Hashtag the absolute monster. So here we will start with the cards. For example, I do use double def, but some friends use double attack percent or a mix of attack percent and defense percent. It all depends your luck on the drop and the stats. As you can see here, I have a very bad defense 3% and HP plus 4% only. It depends as well the team composition you are using her in. For example, you can go full defense if she's your solo tank, or you can put some more offensive stat for arena solo, for example, or if you have Ogma in your party. Now let's speak about the stat. Which stat should you prioritize for the future princess on your shield and on your accessories? I like to look at the weapon, and the Liberator here has a very long regen time, 13.5 seconds. I believe this is one of the longest in the game. So when she went out, she was released, some friend goes out there, they were wondering why she's not triggering on the chain skill sometime, and the answer is the regen time. So you absolutely want weapon skill regen speed. It is crucial and critical for the future princess. Before to get started with the shield today, if you do not have any of the item I'm going to share with you, please feel free to prioritize defense percent, weapon skill regen speed, HP percent, and any offensive stats. But first you want some tankiness and that weapon skill regen if you can. So let's get started with the most popular shield for the future princess, and this is the Captain's Mirror Shield. This is a high-end game because you have to be able to grind the Mirror Rift. This is not for early or mid-game player. It has a pretty offensive stat. Overall, it has a good defense base, 190. This is decent. For the PvE, damage reduction 68. This is the lowest in the game. But no one really cares because overall it has a skill damage plus 12%, weapon skill regen speed plus 8%, HP and defense here plus 8%. And once you limit break it, you can crack up to 20% if you are lucky enough to get the random ability as a light attack percent on the first drop. This is a very good and popular, of course, Captain's Mirror Shield for the future princess. Now, if you are grinding currently the Mirror Rift, few players do not know, but couple of weeks and updates ago, they added a beginner mission. After 300 runs, you will be given 3,000 shards for free. You can go into your shop, and this is how I managed to get my hands on my Captain's Mirror Shield for future princess. So please do not forget it. Now let's speak about one which is nice for early mid-game player because you can buy it with your battle medals, which you can earn in your Colosseum, Arena, Reds and some events. This is the Minotaur Shield. It has been a pretty popular shield in the game for the tanks like Craig, after for Ogma, for the simple reason it has the highest defense stat. Here the base stat is 206. After it has a pretty good damage reduction 118 for PvE, you can crack up to 19% of HP, and you have in sub option the 3 random abilities granted, which are defense 8%, that weapon skill regen speed 6%, it's low but it's still there, and skill damage plus 10%. So if you had before the opportunity or you bought one, this is also a pretty decent option for the future princess. Now let's go into the buyable, the one you can buy with 2.2 million of gold. This is insane. We start by the Advanced Shield. This is a well-rounded shield. If you have it, pretty nice option. It has a very good 196 of def. It has damage reduction 123. You can crack up to 15% of attack. It has a good weapon skill regen speed 8%, HP 10%, defense 8%. So overall, a pretty good shield. A lot of players really love that shield because you can buy it with the gold. After, you have the Lionheart. So the issue with Lionheart, I'm not gonna spend time here because it has no weapon skill regen speed, so this is not optimal for future princess. But of course, if you do not have anything else, you can use the Lionheart shield. It has a pretty good dev stat overall. You can see you can crack up to 15% of HP, 10% of defense, and skill damage 15%. After, there is the Elphaba Smile Shield. So here it's pretty interesting because it has the worst base stat defense in the game, only 146. The point is weapon skill regen speed plus 12%, and this is simply the best you can get here on those shield, those obtainable shield. This is why some players are playing it. You have also skill damage plus 15%, plus 5% shield increase on the battle start, which is good. You can crack up to 18% of HP. So overall, this is pretty good because the damage reduction is the highest though in the game, 218, which means that when you go into PvE, it's a pretty good shield actually. But when you go in PvP, damage reduction does not apply. So here you are a little bit on the glass cannon side on the defense. Hopefully, if you have an Ogma in your team or someone that can buff a little bit your defense, why not? You can still use it. After, for the legendaries, I'm not gonna spend time here. They are all pretty similar. The only one that offers a little bit for PvE with this 0.4 seconds of weapon skill regen time is the Ice Princess shield, and that's it. After, we move on to the unique, and I will pick just one. This is the Mirror Shield here. It has a pretty decent 189 of def. It has some good damage reduction, 106. Once it's 5-star, you can get the weapon skill regen speed plus 10%, and you can crack up here total 15% after limit break, and the defense is 8%. Now for the accessories, we will start by the farmable here. This is with a battle medal, but you need 600 of them. This is the Minotaur's necklace. The Minotaur's necklace, it's very offensive. It's a glass cannon one, meaning the base stat is 86. This is the lowest you can get, but it has critical hit chance 2%. It has also skill damage plus 15%, a good weapon skill regen speed 10%, HP and defense 10%, and you can crack up to 23% of attack. So once again, if you have one available and with some light attack percent, you can make use. The defense is not optimal here. Now, the most popular accessory is of course the Mirror Earring of Faith. Once again, it is endgame for players able to farm the Mirror Rift. It has a very good 109 of def. This has a light attack plus 15%. You can limit break, get defense 7%, and after you have 4 random abilities. Hopefully you get that weapon skill regen speed plus 12%, that HP 12%, that defense 10%, and after, however, you get skill damage 20% if you are lucky, or the heal plus 20%. It will be a great addition. Now there is one mention here which I love. This is the Earth Necklace. You cannot buy it in the shop, you cannot farm it. It is random on the summon or on the drop, and I was pretty lucky to get 2 of those. So the Earth Necklace, actually it has a pretty strong 129 of defense. You have a weapon skill regen speed of plus 10%, and you have that defense decrease 100% negated. So when is it efficient? Nari is a big danger, of course, for the future princess. She can really burst her down. The defense decrease 100% negated is a pretty strong counter to the debuff that Nari can throw on the enemies. So it's a pretty nice addition, and it makes really the difference. I've been using it on Ogma since ever because he's all based around defense, so I don't want him to have his defense decrease. And it really makes a difference in my climbing. I went from 500, 400 to 100, 150 rank in Colosseum, for example, in using that shield in front of Nari. And you can try it yourself. Also, it's pretty useful in many other content. In PvE, also some boss can apply some def decrease on you. It has 16% of HP once you limit break it. attack plus 10%, and heal plus 20%. So don't sleep on the earth necklace if you have it. It's very more situational on the niche. Of course, you will prefer at first to go for the mirror earring faith for the simple reason it is farmable and you can grind it. But the beauty of the earth necklace, it's even here at level 69, it's still higher than any average. Even if you don't limit break it, you still have a very high base defense. Of course, you won't have this 6% on the limit break. Now let's speak about the legendaries. So legendaries, they have a lot of options here. There is the chest loft brush. It has a pretty low depth, to be honest with you. It has a weapon skill regen speed plus 10%, critic chance 5%, and you can get also heal plus 12%, HP plus 12%, skill damage 10% in the sub option, and limit break 6% of HP. So it's a very good option. Of course, slightly more on the offensive side with this critical hit chance. The black, the dark magic ring here. 108 of death. It has weapon skill regen speed 10%. And for PvE, 7.3% of weapon skill regen time on enemy kill. After, you can get up to 16% of HP once you limit break it, and skill damage plus 15%. So if you have one in your inventory, do not sleep on it just for that weapon skill regen and that good defense base stat. After, there is just here a quick mention for the Ocean Earring, because a lot of players have been grinding for Aoba, for healer early on, or for Mia. It is a very famous legendary accessory for healers. It has one of the highest here. You can see heal plus 18%. This is the biggest in the main option, and you can pop up to 28% once you limit break it, and it still have a very strong HP 12%, defense 8%, attack 10%. Overall, it is a pretty decent option if you have nothing else. After, for the unique accessories, once again, a future princess is not a healer, but it's not too bad to have some heal. And the advantage of this unique accessory here, it brings you weapon skill regen speed if you are lucky enough, 6%. After, you can get also HP 8%, attack 8% for sub option, and on the top of that, at first, you have a pretty good 114 of death and a heal plus 10% on the main option and an additional 10% once it's limit broken. So actually, it is a good consideration if you have nothing else. And now let's speak about the gold pocket watch. This is a classic for tanks. For Marina, for example, it has been used. It is farmable. Currently, right now, you will get one with the event, in completing your event, just in doing your Rift play for the future princess roadmap. 116 of death. After, you have weapon skill regen speed as main option 10%. You can crack up to 14% of HP with the limit break. And you have skill damage plus 12% and attack plus 8%. So this is a classic for tank, and always the gold pocket watch here, a perfect option. So finally, my personal recommendation for early game player, you currently have the gold pocket watch, so take it. Afterwards here, if you are more in an endgame, of course, you should prioritize the mirror earring of faith. And when it comes to the shield, if you are end of the game, of course, you can go for the captain's mirror shield. And early on, either you already have 400 battle medals early mid game, and you should take the Minotaur shield because it's pretty nice defensive shield, or you can look as well, if you want to, for 2.2 million of gold for the advanced shield, which will be great. And this is all for today. So please let me know what are your shield and accessory you are using on the future princess. Also, if I missed anything valuable to your eyes. Also, we already covered Ogma and Mia for the accessories. Please feel free to check it out, and if you like that type of content, please smash that like button, and if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on your notification. It will be very encouraging. We are so close to 500 subs. Thank you all for watching. I wish you all to be safe, to be well, and until the next, cheers!